When you start the app, you will see a screen similar to this. It will have your name on the top of the screen and information about the organisation that you are a member of. You'll see either 3 or 4 buttons on your screen. The View Messages button will appear if there are messages waiting for you to view. I'll just tap on this. So we have here a message, "Welcome to the DR Chaplain app and the Chaplain Deployment Support System." This could be a message from a duty officer or other general announcements. You can mark this as read, or you can just say OK. If you tap OK, then the message is held there and you'll still see the View Messages button. Tap on that again. If I tap on Mark as read, then that message will disappear. If there are no other messages waiting for you, then that button will disappear. The main buttons that you'll be using are the Update My Availability button and the Log My Status button. When the duty officer is seeking availability and you receive the SMS, you'll be asked to update your availability. I'll click on this button. This availability request is saying, here's a date range in which I'm going to ask you how free you are. There'll be a bit of a summary, evacuation centres possible in the next week. It's a fire threat. And so you can respond, no, I'm not available, and done. That will send the information through to the duty officer. Go back into that again. Alternatively, you could say, yes, I'm available for all or part of this period. If you click on that button, then you are presented with the date range and which parts of those days you might be available. So you might be available on the Thursday morning, all day Friday, but not Saturday. I've already put in a note in this box. You can put in anything to help the duty officers with their thinking about who to deploy. Once you've ticked the boxes, maybe put a note in, you can click Done. That information is sent to the duty officers, and with that they can make decisions about who they would approach to actually deploy to the actual requirements within those date ranges. A different sort of request which may be made to you, you only find out what sort of requests you're getting after you hit the Update My Availability button. But a different sort of request is this one, as various centres need chaplains. This is the total date range, but when you have a look behind this one, you'll actually see, let's say yes, I'm available for all or part of this period. So in this case, you get a location. So this is the Tumut Bowling and Rec Club. What the type of activity is, so this is a recovery centre, the date and the time period that the duty officer is looking for. So this is not the full date range, it's actually, could you make this one this Thursday from 10 till 3? And you can say, yes, I can do the Friday but not the Thursday. Oh look, they're not asking for the weekend, that goes from Friday to Monday. Can't do the Monday, but I could do the Tuesday. Again, you can put a note in the box here, if you have one. And then say done. That information is transferred to the duty officer and with that information they can make the decisions. Once you've been notified that you've been deployed, then you'll be encouraged to keep the system up to date with your status using the Log My Status button. This is actually showing that I have been deployed to this place and this centre from the 26th to the 27th. It's interesting. I know that is the case because I have to travel a fair bit, and the duty officer has allowed me some accommodation as well. But I've been asked to put myself on standby. So to do that, I click standby, and then I can log the change. There's one thing to note before you log the change is these two boxes down here. The send my location with my status checkbox. Once you log your status change, part of that notification is the location at which you are when you make the report. This will help maybe in tracking. It's not a live tracking system, only sends your location when you change your status. And the enable reminders, once you're on site and there, this will remind you if you haven't changed your status within a 2-hour period. But I'll just log the standby change. You have successfully updated your status for this activity to standby. So that's okay. So now you'll see that you have updated to standby. A little bit later on, well, if you've done that, you'll just go back to the menu. A little bit later on, you'll think, right, I need to start travelling. So I'll log my status. I'll start travelling. You can change this date and time if you need to, but it'll come up with the actual date and time that you're making this report and log the change. And you will be told on your phone that you've successfully updated. Once you have completed your duty, please remember to log yourself at home. So you might be travelling and then on site. Off duty is maybe away from the centre, having a break, not on duty, but then come back on site and change your status so that the duty officers know what's going on. But when you get home, you might travel home and then set yourself to home. And done. It is possible with a deployment that your duty officer will make bookings for you, as in accommodation or travel, and they will appear under View My Itinerary. So here we have two. This is saying there are two bookings. This first one is for accommodation. That's your name, the dates and times of the accommodation, where it is. There should be an address there, contact information, and so on. Similarly for a travel, this is a travel booking, travel by rail. It's from Sydney Central to Katoomba, and other details which may or may not be able to be supplied. It is possible to take a photograph of supporting documentation that you might get from your motel or whatever. Just uses the camera on the mobile phone or tablet that you are using. So done. So the three buttons, update my availability, is used when a request comes through for you to use the app to respond to your availability for certain dates and times. When you are deployed, Log My Status encourages you to keep your status up to date, and View My Itinerary will show you any bookings which have been made for you.